Hi, my name is Molly Rice, and I chose this image here from the FanjoyLabrenz exhibit called Seen Unseen. This spoke to me. I love the character of the chairs in the field, the whole uniform picture of what the chairs represent, but then the individual color of the chairs represent individual people in a class as I saw it. So my poem is called Class. They are not here. They are away, indoors, on their screens, nature unseen. Virtual world revolving around my I, too busy bartering, begging for cows, plows, corn for their fake farm to tend. The tilling of the sad soil, not truly digging in. No dirt under their nails. They friends with their best face forward. No time for books or Mother Nature. They're too busy mongering their graven image, their golden fat calf. Don't they have questions? Something to learn? Parables? Come back. Come back. You've a lot to learn. Your web-tangled fingers spin on keys. The world is not square. Come back. Come back. Escape. Log off. Shut down. Sit here. Feet on the ground. Sit. Slow down. Listen. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gwen Wackerhagen, and I chose the picture of the broken house front with the red slip in it. Phased. You left in a rush as the path of destruction came upon your home. You left me and all your other belongings behind. I was once around your body, attracting him like a fly. Once, when your love was so strong. Now, I am found among the rubbish that the hurricane, created by his angry mind, has left behind. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tanner, and I chose the image because I just have a thing with nature, and I really thought that the picture was talking to me. I named it Amaranthine because that's the meaning. It means dark purple, red, and it also means eternity. And I thought that the picture it was everlasting. So this is Amaranthine. The claret red leaves all nestle near. Orderly they wait, blushing, as the sun fades their beauty. Without harm, without a touch of humanity, these files of nature will always have a chance. Through every season they somehow change. In spring, a rebirth comes again for the sun to fade. In summer they wilt, but unexpected rainfall reassures their being is kept bright. In fall, the leaves are ever changing as whispers flow on about the upcoming cold. In winter, this peaceful chaos finally breaks. As they fall to the ground and cover with frost, the heart continues beating as it stays unharmed. Next time, another will live, standing strong through another year. What does their mother have in store? Safety? Disaster? No one knows. But no matter what challenge she brings, this organism will always replenish those claret red leaves.
Hi, my name is Katja Langston, and I chose this piece not so much because of the strangeness of the chairs in the place, but as to who was supposed to be sitting in them. And I titled it, I Will Save a Place. To depart, to leave, to expire, to finish, to end, to die, to cease living. You are forgotten. You are out of sight, out of mind. You are no longer present, absent, gone. You are dead. But for you, I will save a place so as to remember, recall, bring to mind, hold on to, and carry in my heart forever. For you, there is a stake in the world even after you have passed. I will not let you be forgotten. I will not release you into the jumbled memories of those long lost. For you, I will save a place. And for all those before you and after you, I can only pray that you will save a place for us too. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Winkler, and I chose this image because it's like twisted in a way, and it made me wonder how it got there. Branches, twisted, knotted, perfectly tied up in a bow, intertwined together somehow, brought together from different trees, together by chance or by fate, and yet still creates such a beautiful image, twisted, knotted.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I picked this image behind me because I really like the unique elements in it with the whirlpool and the structure in the corner, and it just creates an automatic story for me, like kind of in the poem I'm about to read to you. Unveiled flame. The snowy bank at a hilltop's edge reflects a blurry structure of brilliant purity on the outside, but we know nothing of what it truly withstands. A solitary pane, quite transparent, is vaguely wrapped with a yellow flame. Standing across the mysterious pond, I wonder why it needs a flame in the day. The ripest dark begins to enclose, stretching towards the east. Its path is winding to the structure, searching for its distant flame. In this pyramid of light, there is life, love, and passion. Hanging on by a thin wire, it struggles to keep its luminescent gleam. Its reflection ripples at the water's brink, peaceful at first, but then not. A deeper hole of whirling white, foaming with turmoil and grudge. What is this spinning abyss after? Sucking, pulling, grasping with its force. The sunlight of day or the darkness of night? This reeling pool of gray and liquid, is it for or against this structure's flame? Thank you.
Hey, I'm Hunter Schranz, and I chose this picture because I just liked how he created a very beautiful image of nature itself, but there's also kind of a blur in it which you could take different meanings to. The sphere of life, blue, fades away into the dark abyss, captivating as if your eyes drift off into another world. Wonderful is what they call this so-called sphere, yet blurred are one's eyes still. Still are the waters beneath us, yet we cannot be as the waters. Going is all we know, and stopping to simply admire is not one of our virtues. Clashing, the blue and green tint, so beautifully matched, taking a step beyond black and white, stepping into the life built for you.
I'm Garrett Parsons, and I chose this image mainly because the lighting caught my eye, and it made me think that when he took this, or he created it, he was seeing it with his own eyes, and that's how I chose to write the poem. Rebirth, entrancing, enchanting. She's heard the myths, but soon forgets. Her feet sink into the brown sugar sand. The water laps at her toes. A loft of danger is present here. However, the girl never realizes. A rustle from amongst the reeds, a nod, a whinny from a great beast. The horse remains composed and calm, although its territory had been encroached. Unthinking, and yet steadily, slowly, the girl approaches. One single touch, a simple, single clutch was all it took to drag the young girl deeply down into the bottom of the endless brook. The placid surface breaks, and the true creature arises. The monster sends its victims into the bottomless depths. The girl will soon face her eternal rest. Gradually, the fall begins to slow. Pale flesh transforms into feathers. Bubbles turn into primrose. Now away from this mortal earth, she then becomes a guardian of all. She is reborn. There is forgiveness. There is regret.
Hi, my name is Gabby. I chose this piece just because, I don't know, it just kind of spoke to me because the person or figure in this picture isn't just totally there, it's like parts of them, and then the fence just, it just kind of spoke to me. So my piece is called Banishing. No one cares to know me anymore. One looks at me and all they see is a dirty old man. They never see who I really am. A war vet, a man who lost his wife and son, a man who has to beg all day for food and water. What they see is what society has labeled me, a worthless beggar. Now, that's one stereotype that you do not want. Soon I'll just be another misfit who society does not want anymore. Every day, more of me is vanishing into the horizon, and soon none of me will be left.
Hi, I'm Salvador. I go to St. Stephen's, and I did this picture because it just kind of spoke to me. Sort of like as soon as I saw it, I had a story form in my head, and anyways, here it is. I called it Stairway to Heaven. This is a place I used to be happy. A place I could call my own. A place I once called home. But that's all in the past now. I have lost my innocence. I have lost all my joy. I have become like everybody else, hopeless and lost. I feel like the world's lost its magic, and everything has become shady. This world is against me. It's against us all. I never knew my life would end so soon, and by the hands of the one who brought me into this world. I walk toward the wet staircase, the staircase that will take me into the next world. And I think of the irony, how the place where I began is the place where I end. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Oliver, and I chose this image because it looks like a desert, and ever since I saw Lawrence of Arabia, I've really liked the desert. So my piece is entitled, I Own the Night. It is cold, and darkness soon reigns. The sun sets, and night falls upon the desert. I am not afraid. I own the night. Though creatures creep, and demons roam, I own the night. 3 days of heat and little moisture. The sand tastes sweet, but it will kill me. The world becomes a trap. But the night is cold, and darkness rules. I am not afraid. I own the night. The winds may blow, and the snakes bite. The plants are poison, and misfortune lurks. But I cannot be killed. I fear nothing. I own the night.
I'm Megan Hainstock, and I chose this image because the man is blurry and you can't really see what the emotion is, so you can't make any emotion out of it, and I wrote a poem about it. Free. Alone, free and pure, on the angelic wind I fly, watching over the smiling yellow field. The roaring breeze brushes my skin like a baby's soft, calming touch. My feet in sync with my heart, I become lost in a universe full of angst. This fenceline field is where I'll be when life awakens my soul. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrew Coe, and this image struck me because of the mystery of it. It really allows you to put any story you want behind it, and this is what I came up with. Lone Star Tick. A black silhouette fading to an esoteric blur as he blends to the horizon. In his knapsack, he carries stories. Stories of unimaginable plots and conflicts that burn through the woven cloth. Stories that have painted not a vignette, but a cryptical composition, portrayed on a cold canvas. Stories he can share with no one but the Lone Star Tick. The flame that once flickered behind either of his lids dims to a meaningless gaze. The dusty dirt wears away at the sole of his steel-toe boots as his ghostly shadow drifts into the bleak wind. Thank you.
My name is Abigail Wilson, and I chose this image because it's almost like you can feel the coldness through it, and it spoke to me. The sting of the winter. It was lonely here. The house was the farthest down the narrow road, and the neighbors never came around to visit. Living was hard. When the sting of the winter strolled through, it was even more unbearable. It seemed the only thing my family could hold on to was each other and the traditions we kept. We had no food to fill the pantry and barely had clothes to fill the clothesline. But none of it mattered, because coming back to this little house with our old worn-down picket fence reminds me of what we did have. Trust, compassion, kindness from our hearts, and genuine love, all of which was far more important to us anyways.
Hello, my name is Hunter Short, and I chose this image because it felt like it was when I looked at it, it was like a loving fire, not like a boom, bad fire, like a warm yes fire. So, passion. Ignite my fire, feel my heat, all you covet in one exact moment. In my blaze of desire, you will liquefy. Embrace my flame, and it will lavish you in warmth. Be captivated by my glow. Let my light conquer, and try not to let go. My love is strong. Caress me for the burn and sting you need. Be mesmerized by our symmetry, but my flame is dimming. My fire has been smothered. Intense darkness. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vince, and I didn't choose this image. I think the story working in my head did, and the big influence of my story was a lot of French death metal. Week 11, day 3. I've been driving for 2 days straight. I'm not sure what day it is. Not like it matters anymore. All I need to remember is when things have already happened. It's been 5 days since the last time I had to refuel and stock on supplies. It's been 1 week and 2 days since the last time I showered. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen another survivor. It's been 2 weeks and 4 days since Jill and I escaped while the rest of the group was attacked. I assume they were all dead. It's been 2 weeks and 6 days since Carlos was killed. He was always an idiot. I always told him that. Then we both laugh. It's been 4 weeks and 2 days since I saved Jill from the psycho with a chainsaw. I guess some people were driven to madness from everything that happened. The day after was the first time Jill said she loved me. Could it be that she was that thankful that I saved her life? I didn't care. I was happy. Thinking about that day still makes me smile a little. I hope she's okay. 6 weeks ago, we had found the mall where we stayed at. It was where I found this car. The keys were in it along with 2 bodies in the back. They both had a bullet hole in their heads. One of them was bitten on the arm. Looks like the infected one. She was killed before it was her turn. The other woman had the gun. I wondered what made her turn the gun on herself. Was it the fear of dying at the hands and the teeth of the dead? Or was it the other woman? Was she that close to her? Friend? Sister? Lover? Maybe she didn't want to die. Maybe she didn't want to wait to die. Maybe she didn't want to come back. Maybe she had lost all hope. I had to drop the bodies from the roof of the mall. 6 dead come out to feast on the bodies. 8 bodies lay on the ground lifeless. 9 weeks ago, I first meet the group. They saved me from a pack of hungry zombies. While I ran to their safe haven in the gun shop, they were taking the zombies out from the roof. I was weak at the time. After the dead was dealt with, introductions were made. There were 5 of them. Chris, Barry, Ken, Carlos, and Jill. With them, I learned everything I needed to know. I didn't have to barely survive roaming the streets anymore. I had a family. But the day I will never forget was 11 weeks ago and 3 days. Waking up to the moan of the dead, looking out the window, getting the worst chill down my spine I had ever felt. The news reports talked about some outbreak in the United Kingdom, but that was just 2 days ago. How did it get here so fast? Surviving was a nightmare. Sleep was rare and very dangerous. Thinking about those days still give me that chill down my spine. But those days are the past. What matters is now. I finally got word from Jill 2 days ago about safe haven in Mexico, infection-free. I haven't heard from her since. Anything could happen in 2 days. Either way, a lot of infected are going to die on the way. I'm not looking for an answer why this all happened. I don't care. All I care about is living and the only friend I have now. My name is Vince Birch. This is the end of the world, and I am a survivor.
My name is Marcus Dixon, and I chose this piece because it reminds me of a rose, and a rose is the one thing that's actually meaningful to a person. And grandmother's rose. Roses all around my grandmother's garden. I asked her why. Why just 4 colors? She told me, each color was a feeling I had for your grandfather long ago. I finally understood now. First came the friendship, the joy of a yellow rose, a promise of a new beginning. Slowly the rose garden turns red, the beautiful color of love. The rose that truly say, I love you. Darker now the garden turns maroon, an unforgettable beauty and unforgivable love. Slowly turning black, here it comes, the final farewell and the death of an undying love.
I'm Jordan, and I chose this piece just because I like to drive. Familiar like headlights far in the distance, blasting a path through the night. The night that had seemed so alien before now had a gleam of familiarity, vague, barely alive, and yet the sense of silent darkness races away as the lights race closer.